let's talk about something every leader says they want more of: time. But here's the thing. Time isn't actually the problem. You don't need more hours in the day, although it might feel like you do. You do need to protect the energy that powers those hours. And you need to clear the junk off your plate that you know you can't eat and that you probably don't even want to eat. Because when your energy is shot, you could have a wide open calendar and still get absolutely nothing done on the things that are important to you. And you can still feel exhausted. I've been there. I've had rough days and rough weeks where mentally and emotionally, I'm spent. It didn't matter how much free time I had. There was no gas in the tank. And guess what? The car, it won't go. Let me tell you a quick story. I was about to take the stage to speak. Big crowd, bright lights, all the things. I was ready, prepped, pumped, focused. And then, right as I took the stage, I looked down and realized my pants were unzipped. Was that because I didn't have time to zip up? No, it had everything to do with my attention and where I'd been leaking my energy leading right up to that moment. Responding to a bunch of pointless emails, overthinking my slides, worrying about what people might think, traveling too much and sleeping too little. Check, 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 check. Yep, all of those things. That was me. I've been there, right on that brink of burnout. And if you're wondering what I did, I zipped up. That moment made me realize in a very acute and visceral way that you can't fake energy and you can't ignore it either. Not for very long anyway. We really can start to blame ourselves for not getting more done. And take a close look at that. Why are we thinking we need to get more done in the first place? And then the solution? We get obsessed with calendars and task lists and software to organize ourselves, color-coded task apps, Pomodoro timers, and whatever the next hack of the month is. Not that those things can't be helpful, they can. But we don't need another hack. We need an intervention. Why are we trying to hack our lives in the first place? What actually drives sustainable performance isn't a perfectly managed minute-to-minute calendar. It's the energy we have available to perform mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Let's break it down. We want real leadership, not hack leadership. Here's why. First of all, there's biology over our idea of willpower. Science shows that self-control and attention are limited daily resources. Our biology and our mind work together. And once they're drained, no to-do list or calendar can save you. And while the idea of ego depletion and the idea of self-control is taking its knocks in research, if you've ever been hangry and you're trying to make decisions, well, that's depleted energy at its finest. Next, busyness isn't productivity. Being busy is not the same as being effective. In fact, busy culture is often just evidence of poor prioritization and a lack of energy and clarity. And also, likely more of our addiction to speed and thinking more is somehow better in some strange way. We really have to stop and question that one. Next, hustle worship is a con. The idea that success comes from squeezing out every drop of time is a myth. Sustainable leadership and performance comes from intentional energy investment, not random acts of exhaustion. You don't need more hustle, you need more alignment. So here are 3 energy management moves that will change the whole game for you. 1, know your peak hours. Track yourself for a week if you're not sure when this is, and notice when you naturally have focus, flow, and creative juice. For some people, it's in the mornings, for some people, it's in the afternoons, and for some people, it's later in the day. Schedule your most important work there and then, and guard that time like a wolf guards its pups. And no, meetings don't count as your most important work because they rarely, if ever, are. 2, protect your recharge rituals. They could be walks, music, journaling, coffee without a screen, whatever it is that fills your tank, time with your family, time with friends. Treat it like a mission-critical action for success because it is. And don't cancel on yourself. If you do, you're sending a message to your brain that you're less important than everyone else's agenda. And you'll be on the fast road to burnout. 3, eliminate the not-so-invisible drains. You know what I'm talking about. Back-to-back video calls with no point, conversations with energy vampires, a to-do list that's 50% shoulds, 15% maybes, 35% I wish I had said no to that thing, and 1%, oh wait, there's no percentages left. Cut it down. Transformation happens when we let go, not when we add things. And one of my great mentors said, you'll never have enough time to do the things you don't want to do. So true. Energy isn't just something you have. It's something you steward and nurture. And here's the raw truth. Time is fixed, but energy is flexible. And leadership, real leadership, isn't about cramming more stuff into your schedule. It's about showing up fully for what matters most. And it's about being so dialed into your energy, your rhythm, your clarity, that when you're there, you're actually there, fully present. That's the difference between just checking boxes and actually being fully alive, at work and at home. You don't owe anyone or anything your constant availability, but you do owe your mission your full presence. So zip up your energy before you step out onto your next stage, because the world doesn't need a busier you, it needs a brighter you. And hey, zip up your pants too, if you need to. If you want to keep the support going and keep it zipped, then just hit subscribe to get more great stuff on how to thrive in the 9 to 5 and beyond. Happy thriving!